Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session based on one of my all-time heroes. And the person I'm referring to, one of my all-time heroes, is a person that I grew up watching as a child, seeing him on TV. And it was someone that for me evoked endless enthusiasm, fascination, passion, all these things that now as a hypnotist I would inextricably link to resource states. Back then as a child, I didn't really know about resource states. All I saw was a man that was very passionate about doing something and did things in a way that had a positive impact on the world. And the person I'm referring to is an Australian guy called Steve Irvin. Now, Steve Irvin died in September 2006. So this is nearly, kind of about 17 years ago. So a long time ago. If you are not familiar with Steve Irvin, what I would recommend, go on YouTube, put Steve Irvin, and you're going to see endless clips of a hyper-enthusiastic Australian guy running towards highly dangerous animals in a really kind of fun, enthusiastic way. Now, the reason I consider him a hero is because he was able to tap into these incredible states of things like fascination and enthusiasm. And imagine waking up every day with that level of enthusiasm. You would be able to accomplish anything. So given that this is the month that's the anniversary of Steve's death, what I thought is that I would do a hypnosis session inspired by his qualities. Even if you've never heard of Steve Irvin at all, listen to this hypnosis session through the lens of imagine someone with golden retriever energy, boundless enthusiasm, and a real passion for life. And just imagine how those resources would feel in you. And then even if you don't know the guy, you're still benefiting from the session. So find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to close. That's it. Breathing in that resourceful feeling of relaxation. And noticing where in your body there's any clues of tension. Maybe you can notice tension in the jaw. Perhaps tiny muscles in your forehead or around your eyes. So as you breathe in and breathe out, give permission to release that tension, enabling you to relax. And as you relax, you become even more aware of other signs of stress or tension. Maybe in the neck, maybe in the shoulders. Perhaps you can imagine these of being echoes of moments of intensity that are not here in the present. So as you breathe in and breathe out, just imagine that tension melting away and it leaving your body in your outward breath, enabling you to slow down your breathing, taking longer, deeper breaths out. And I want you to imagine a bright color that for you represents passion and enthusiasm. Maybe it's yellow, maybe it's orange. But as you breathe in, imagine breathing in a bright, intense, vibrant color that represents positive resources. Imagine it going in through your nose, going into your lungs, and feel that this positive, powerful, resourceful energy is melting away any worries, any stress, any tension. So much so that as you breathe out, imagine a darker color, a gray, leaving your body in your outward breath, representing those things that are getting in the way, anything holding you back. Feel like the unresourceful feelings are leaving your body, and then in the next inward breath, feel that vibrant, warm color going in through your nose. And consider this an emotional transfusion, breathing in resources and exhaling any limitations, any stresses, any tension that you don't need here in this moment. As your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a globe. And I want you to imagine holding that globe in your hands and moving the globe until you can see the country of Australia. Maybe there's detail on this globe so you can see that large desert in the middle. Maybe you can imagine the shape of the Great Barrier Reef on the East Coast. Maybe you can see the density of the cities there in the bottom, in the south of the island. Or maybe the tropical part, like Darwin in the north. But I want you to focus your attention on what Australians would call the outback, the bush. Forests, waterholes, dense vegetation. And as you look at that part of Australia in the globe you're holding in your hand, imagine what it would be like to jump into the globe and find yourself there in Australia. I want you to imagine you're wearing perhaps khaki or light grey t-shirt and shorts, sturdy boots, and I want you to imagine you're there in the outback, surrounded by nature. You can feel perhaps the humidity on your skin, and I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine the most comfortable chair you've ever seen. Imagine sitting on that comfortable chair, feeling your body sink into that chair as you imagine what it would feel like to really go deeply relaxed in a chair in your imagination in the outback of Australia. As I count down from 10 to 1, with each descending number, you will feel deeper and deeper relaxed. 10. Eyelids feeling heavier and heavier. 9. Any muscles in your face, your cheeks, your jaw, just release that tension now. 8. That relaxation spreading into your neck and your shoulders. 7. Down your arms, all the way down to your fingers. Arms feeling limp, loose, heavy there in that chair, there in the outback. As you breathe in that resourceful color, meaning that even your internal organs start to relax. Feel your heart relaxing, your lungs relax, stomach and even gut. And feel a wonderful wave of relaxation go from your head all the way down there into your gut, releasing any anxiety. And then 5 and 4, feel that relaxation going down, deeper down into your legs now feeling limp, loose, heavy. 3 and then 2, all the way down to your toes, limp, loose, heavy, feeling so deeply relaxed. And I want you to imagine falling asleep in that chair, so deeply at sleep that you become aware that you're now in a dream. Only in this dream you're in the same place, but now standing next to that version of you fast asleep in the chair. See yourself, that logical, analytical part of you, the conscious part, fast asleep there in that chair. Lift up your arm, feel it limp, loose, heavy, almost like the limbs of a puppet with no strings. Let it go, see it flop down beside you, and get the sense that your conscious mind is asleep and you are purely your imagination. And I want you to imagine you're not in the present, you've gone back in time. You're in Australia, perhaps 20 years ago. And I want you to observe a man that looks like a conservationist, someone that cares about nature, the planet, animals. But I want you to see a person with golden retriever energy, a passion for life, friendly, positive, someone that cares, an aura of positivity. And I want you to see that person, and maybe you recognize them and maybe you don't, but I want you to see someone that has boundless enthusiasm, an energy, a passion for life, a passion for making a difference. And if you can imagine seeing someone like that there in the Australian outback, just let me know by nodding your head. I want you to mimic some of the things that perhaps you see in this person. Breathe the same way that they breathe. If they're smiling, smile the same way. Feel a growing level of enthusiasm and energy within you. And then when the time is right, imagine stepping into that individual with that golden retriever energy, that boundless enthusiasm. And when you feel like, just for this moment in time, you are that person, seeing the world that they see the world, feeling the way that they feel the world, feeling that energy, passion, enthusiasm within you, let me know by nodding your head. And notice the world is the same, but you see it differently. Full of wonder, fascination, curiosities, with a constant need, a desire to make things better. And while you're in this place, I want your mind to be open to connections, new ideas, new beliefs that are helpful in this moment, but more helpful when you return to your reality. So imagine yourself filled with boundless enthusiasm for life, and feel that boundless enthusiasm within you. Feel a deep connection with nature and all living creatures. You can look at a flower, an insect, a snake or a bird with a deep appreciation for the wonder of nature. Unlock a fearless spirit, ready to face challenges and adventures head on. Feel what it feels like for adventure to be second nature, exciting, wonderful for you. Imagine approaching every situation with an insatiable level of curiosity and wonder. Imagine how this might influence reality if a problem wasn't a problem when you look at it through the eyes of curiosity and wonder. And notice that as you embrace and amplify that genuine love and respect for wildlife and the environment, respect for all humans, all animals becomes second nature. The default is to be nice to all things. There are people that exist that are prejudiced to people or prejudiced to certain animals. But imagine looking through the eyes of someone that sees amazing qualities in everything. Feel that passion, that inspiration, a desire to do good for the world within you. And I wonder what it would feel like to just notice that infectious energy and charisma within you. That people are drawn to you, drawn to your aura, drawn to your energy. They feel a magnetic connection to you. But at the same time, feel a deep sense of responsibility and stewardship for the natural world. Many people think that there's always someone else in the world that will fix the problems, but I want you to feel a sense of responsibility, a desire to make a difference in your own way. I want you to imagine seeing an animal that perhaps people would be scared of. A crocodile, a snake, or a large spider. But I want you to look at that animal with a profound feeling of empathy, appreciating that they have needs, desires, ways of interacting with the world. And with that empathy unlocks a desire for understanding and knowledge. There are no good and bad animals in the world. Simply creatures that could be better understood. And imagine engaging with wildlife, finding the right balance between respect and care, having that incredible sensory acuity to notice when their mood or their body language is changing. And feel your eyes are somehow different as you appreciate your keen sense of observation, unlocking the superpower of noticing the beauty and uniqueness of every living creature. Allow your heart to open to the wonders of the natural world. And as you have that appreciation, notice that it fuels a desire to share that fascination, that excitement, that knowledge with other people. And how good would it feel to educate and inspire other people about the thing that you're passionate about? For this person, it may be nature and wildlife. For you, it may be something else. But the passion and the desire to share that passion is unlocking and amplifying within you. Embrace the courage to step out of your comfort zone. How can you be adventurous if you don't leave the comfort zone? And you feel what it feels like to spend most of your time outside the comfort zone. That's what being a trailblazer, an adventurer, a pioneer, someone that makes a difference in the world does. They do the things that other people are afraid to do. So unlock that courage, unlock that self-belief, and feel a wonderful sense of drive and motivation, but also purpose, that you are here for a reason, and whatever happens, you will make progress linked to your purpose. Notice where in your body you feel that optimism and positivity. Maybe your heart, maybe your head, maybe your gut, but feel it grow and glow and expand to every cell in your body filled with optimism and positivity. And this person wanted to protect endangered species, but there are vulnerable people in the world. And I want you to imagine you see yourself as a protector of the vulnerable. That may be animals, maybe wildlife, but maybe humans in certain situations that need help. And I want you to imagine you have a role to play, and part of that role is to inspire others to make a difference to the world. As you feel these resources, these beliefs, these desires within you, feel that they expand, and feel that ripple of energy resonating with every cell. When your unconscious mind accepts that you are unlocking resources and an unwavering sense of adventure and purpose that will ripple to all elements of your present and future, let me know by nodding your head. It's time to leave this human with that golden retriever energy, but you take all of the energy with you, all of that enthusiasm, all of that passion, all of that fascination, take it with you as you leave them. And then imagine walking to a very comfortable chair, seeing yourself fast asleep in that chair. And then I want you to imagine climbing inside that version of you, the conscious, fast asleep version, and taking all of these feelings and feeling that all of these wonderful beliefs and resources are now in your body, your physical body. Feel it in your fingertips, in your heart. Feel the beliefs in your mind, and feel your way of looking at the world there in your eyes. And when your unconscious mind has integrated these qualities into you and your life and your reality, let me know by nodding your head. And now it's time to leave this place. I want you to imagine that you get up out of that chair, wander around the outback, and then realize that this is simply your imagination. There you are in your imagination holding a globe, and find yourself holding that same globe, looking at Australia, but feeling that all of those qualities are within you now. And then imagine the globe, Australia, the outback. They're all just thoughts within thoughts, ideas within ideas, dreams within dreams, as you feel you're returning fully to the present as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, feeling completely in the moment. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken, and you will awaken feeling resourceful, optimistic, with boundless energy, feeling you've unlocked deep passion and purpose to take what matters to you out there and impact the world. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.